It's Robbie, Ray, and friends. Yeah. Hi guys, it's me, Rob, and welcome back to Robbie, Ray, and Friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different and a little bit offbeat from what the rest of the episodes of Robbie, Ray, and Friends are going to look like. Today, I'm not using my camera. I'm shooting on my laptop. I don't have my lights or anything. I don't have any makeup on. I'm just here. And today, I'm introducing a segment that I actually introduced before Robbie, Ray, and Friends premiered called Thoughts on Thursday. And today is Thursday. Welcome. Happy Thursday, everybody, or as I like to call it, Friday Eve. And so for today's Thoughts on Thursday, I'm going to be talking about some topics that are challenging for me to talk about, but I feel really compelled in this moment to talk about them. And I think that that feeling is going to be what drives Thoughts on Thursday in the future. And so I look forward to doing that, but I look forward to doing this first. And so today's Thoughts on Thursday, as you can probably tell from the title, has to do with the human body. And that's always been a really tricky subject for me ever since I was a really small child, and I'm 23 years old now. I'll be 24 soon. And I still really struggle with the body, with my body, with other people's bodies, but mainly with my own. And so um, to start today, I am going to do something really fucking scary, but I'm gonna do this because I need to. And so I'm gonna talk about my body and my issues with my body while not wearing a shirt. And so to preface this, I'm gonna say that I'm sorry, first of all, because this is not scripted. I didn't plan to make this video at all. Again, life just kind of brought me to this place, and so here I am. So earlier today, without giving away too much information, I was at my job, and some people got to talking about the outfit that I'm wearing today. And so I'm wearing this brown shirt, I'm wearing brown pants, I'm wearing these brown shoes, and I thought that that was cool. You know, I thought I've never really worn all brown before, and I was really feeling myself when I left the house today. Some people didn't agree, and that's cool because we don't have to agree. I think that there's such beauty in disagreement because that's where we have room to learn about each other and grow and develop our own sense of self and our own, thought process and stuff like that. And so it's okay that people don't agree with everything that I do and everything I say. But um, some people that I work with didn't like my outfit choice for today. And that conversation led into them talking about my weight, and that was really embarrassing for me. And so now that I've set that preface, I'm gonna take off my shirt, and here I am. This is me. This is all of me. This is me. These boobs are mine. These nipples are mine. This stomach is mine, and it's mine. And your body is yours. And I don't think that it's anybody's place to really tell you how they feel about your body. You know, this is sacred. Somebody once told me, they said, your body is your temple and you need to preserve your temple. As a matter of fact, that was a different coworker that told me that. And so that kind of just speaks to this paradox of life, where some people say really nice things to you and other people maybe say not so nice things to you. And so here we are. So maybe I'm not size 0, right? And I'm not super skinny, and I don't have abs, I don't have pecs, I mean I'm not really ripped or anything like that. And so that's cool, right? Like I'm allowed to own my body. And so as people started talking, more coworkers started chiming in discussing my body, and it was so embarrassing. People were saying, well, Rob's been skinnier before, sure, but he's not fat now. And then somebody else was like, well, don't lie to Robert. And it's like, I mean, forgive me for not having all the words to say right now, because this literally just happened. I just walked out of my job and came home, and now I'm doing this. So let me dive right into it. I used to be really skinny when I was, maybe 6 or 7, and that sounds so bizarre, right? Like we're objectifying children, right? Where we can say this is a skinny child and this is a fat child. And I don't mean to contribute to the problem in that way, but I used to be a really skinny child. And then some circumstances in my life led me to what I've kind of figured out was a point where I started to stress eat, and I developed a really unhealthy relationship with food. And that was something that once it started, it kind of never went away, and I still have a really unhealthy relationship with food. Um, as I got older, I started to gain more weight. I started to get heavier and heavier. I was at one point pushing 300 pounds at like 5'6", and I mean, I was a big guy, right? And I still am a big guy. Um, and it's scary to be here right now because the world has taught me that I should be scared of this. Um, but I don't want to be, and so I'm gonna try my best not to be. Um, And so as I got older, I started to, become subject to the social conversation that exists about body image and about the human body. And a lot of times when we talk about body image, we talk about the way that society makes girls think that they have to fit in this really slender mold. And I think that boys are subjected to the same thing. Um, And so as I got older, more people started to call me fat. More people started to observe my weight gain, my weight fluctuations and stuff like that. And it fucked me. It really, like, that kind of shit fucks with a person's head, and it's embarrassing, and it's it's objectifying. I am so much more than what exists from here down. I'm so much more than that, and you're so much more than that. Um, and so eventually, I developed eating disorders, and I still struggle with those, but I'm doing really well, and I have a wonderful therapist who has really held my hand throughout that in helping me to a place of recovery. Um, but when I was maybe like 14 years old, I started to throw up my meals, and it was as though, it was just the most freeing thing back then, because I got to experience the joy of eating large quantities of food, um, while not, at least in my mind, while not suffering the consequences of eating a lot of food. And that was great, and it was rewarding, and I was secret about it, and nobody knew I was doing it. And I mean, I'm telling you, like, literally every piece of food that I put in my mouth for like 5 years came back up. And truthfully, I'm lucky to be alive right now, because that self-destructive behavior is life-threatening. I mean, your body, you're not supposed to do that. Your body knows that you're not supposed to do that. And so I struggled with that for a really long time, and it was hard, and it was back and forth and back and forth, and I would stop doing it, but then I would start again, and then I'd make excuses for myself, like I'd tell myself, "Oh, you're nauseous, so you're allowed to go throw up your meal right now. You feel really full, so you need to go get rid of some of that." But then I would just, sort of fill that void again by eating more food, and that vicious cycle kind of just keeps going and going. And once you get yourself stuck in something like that, it's, at least it feels near impossible to get out of that. But I did. I did get out of it, and it took me a while, and it took a lot of hard work, but I did get out of that. But that was by no means the end of my toxic relationship with food and with my body. And so now that was during high school. Maybe my second year of college, maybe, is when I kind of laid off that a little bit. I got in a relationship, and that sort of took the place of the relationship that I had with my toothbrush, and with putting it down my throat. Um, but then that became toxic, and the guy that I was dating, I was so in love with him that anything he said to me, I treated like gold. And that was bad, because he shamed the fuck out of my body. I started dating him after getting to a really healthy place with my body. I started eating healthy. I was working out, and I was doing it the right way. And I had hit a lot of milestones. I had at one point got down to 170 pounds. I loved the way that I looked. I loved the clothes that I could fit in. Some clothes that I still have now that I still do not fit in anymore. Um, But as I got in this relationship and I grew more comfortable with this guy, I started to, maybe not eat as healthy, and we would go out to eat a lot. And so I was eating in a more disorderly way again. And I started to put on weight. And he started telling me, I didn't start dating a fat guy, you need to lose weight, and those kind of things. Whether, in hindsight, like, he was a fuck boy, right? And so, like, I'm able to separate the fact from the fiction, and I'm able to know, okay, like, he was saying that because that was something that was wrong with him, and he was projecting that onto me. But that doesn't make that thought go away, that I can still hear him 4 years later in his voice in my ear right now telling me that I'm fat, telling me that I need to buy looser fitting clothing. He used to tell me that he didn't want to date somebody that dressed like a woman, and if he wanted to if he wanted to date a woman, he would. And I was wearing skinny jeans, man. Like, it wasn't even as though I was wearing women's clothing. And even if I were, and even if you are, and it doesn't fucking matter what you wear, man. Like, you can wear whatever the fuck it is that you want to wear. But those things stuck with me. And so when that relationship ended, I replaced the relationship with food again, and I continued to just binge eat and binge eat and binge eat, and it seemed to be at no end. And eventually I gained a lot of weight again. I mean, here we are, guys. Like, I'm not ashamed about it anymore. This is my body. And so here I am today, and I've recovered a lot, and I've put in a lot of hard work, and I'm just going to take a brief moment here to just give myself a big hug, because I love myself, and I love my body, and I love my boobs, and I love, my love handles, and I love all these things about me that are me. This is my body. This body belongs to nobody but me. This is mine. And so if I don't love it, then, like, what am I expecting from anybody else? And I love it, and I love myself in the least narcissistic way, and that may be hard to understand because I'm creating this platform where I sit on my couch in my room by myself and talk to a camera, hoping that people will listen to me speak. But I love myself in the least narcissistic way possible, and that was hard. And so when people invite themselves to make comments on my body, or to talk about how they feel, or whether I was skinnier before, or I'm skinnier now, or I'm fatter now, or whatever it is, that's not okay, because I don't make comments on other people's bodies, and I also don't feel compelled to. I'm friends with a lot of people. Robbie Ray and friends. My friends are not me. My friends are not all me. This is not who I surround myself with. I have very skinny friends. I have friends that are heavier than me. I have friends that are the same size as me. And I look at them, and I see them. And I see what's here. And I talk to them, and I hear their voice. And I don't care what size they are. I don't care if all they do all day is eat. I don't care if all they do all day is work out. At the end of the day, we are people, and we love each other. And so it's not my place to comment on somebody else's body. And it's not anybody else's place to comment on my body. And if you're watching this video and you've ever felt as though you've been shamed because of the way you look, or people have tried to make you feel less than what you are because of your body, or because of any arbitrary thing, whether it be a physical thing or the sound of your voice, because that's something else I used to be scared of. I used to never speak because I thought that I had a gay voice, and I was scared that people would make fun of me for that, on top of the fact that they were making fun of me because I was fat. And they did. And they did do that. And people are going to continue to do that to me, right? And, I guess the point that I'm getting at here is, please, with everything that you have, spread kindness to people. If you don't like the way that somebody's outfit looks, maybe keep that information to yourself. Because I walked out of the house today in this brown shirt that I literally never wear, looking in the mirror like, yeah, Rob, you look good today. And I left my job to come home to change my outfit because somebody else didn't like the way that I look. And so despite all this positivity that I'm spreading and all this hoorah, go you, love your body shit, I'm still conditioned to listen when somebody tells me, go change, you're fat. And that sucks. And I'm hoping that maybe for me, even in just making this video, maybe this will help cement this idea into my brain that I don't have to listen to them, and I shouldn't listen to them. And if there are people in your life that are saying things like that to you, you shouldn't listen to those people either. Because they don't know you. They don't pour your fucking cereal. They don't live inside your skin. I live in this skin. I own this brain. I know what's going on inside my brain. You don't. They don't know. They don't know about me, and they don't know about you. And so, as terrified as I am about putting my boobs on the internet, right? I'm doing that today to prove a fucking point. Point being that I can. And I'm going to continue to celebrate my body regardless of what people have to say about it. And most importantly, my body is not up for discussion. Not today, not yesterday, not tomorrow, ever, never. My body is not a topic of conversation. My body is mine, and I love it. And I hope you can find that love in your heart to love yourself and your body too, because you deserve that. Because if you're offbeat from what the stereotypical image of what you're supposed to look like is, if you exist outside of that norm, chances are you are going to feel a type of way about that. Because society tells you to. Because these billboards, right, with like these hot guys talking about, parfumé for men, like, that's not what people look like. That's not like the average human body is. That is not that. That is not what the average human body looks like. I'm rambling because I'm sad and because I'm angry and because I don't know exactly what to say, but I love you. I love you for who you are. I love your flaws, and I hope you love them too. And I look forward to making more funny videos in the future and talking about more lighthearted things, but this had to be said today. If you struggle with an eating disorder, you are not alone. I struggle with it too. For the last 2 weeks, I've been eating 1 meal a day because I feel self-conscious and because I've been trained to think that way. And because it's a struggle and it's something that I'm never going to be cured of, there's not a pill that I could take to make me not be bulimic anymore, or to make me not, binge eat, or to make me not avoid eating, or like all these things, right? Like there's nothing that I can do. There's no magic injection that they can give me that's going to repair this. The work starts here. And I hope to keep doing that. And I'm going to keep trying. And so if you're struggling too, let's try together. Let's fight and prove to the world that we don't need to be a size 0. We don't need to be a size small if you're a boy, or, like a size 24 waistline. I've never been that small, and I never want to be that small. I am me. I am Robert Lawrence Reuter, but you can call me Robbie Ray, or you can call me Robbie, or you can call me whatever the fuck it is you want to call me. As long as it's not offensive, call me what you like. Be kind to other people, man. And don't hurt yourself because other people tell you to. You're beautiful. And we're beautiful. And this life is such a beautiful opportunity for us. And beautiful, 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 #beautiful. You're beautiful. And I'm beautiful. Let them know, too. Let them know that it's not okay to objectify you. Because you're a human being. There's blood in my veins. Pumping away. And we are worth a lot. We are so worth it. Whatever it is, we're worth it. And this life is worth it. So walk out of the house wearing what you want to wear. And wear it with a smile. And be proud of who you are. And don't let people tear you down. You're beautiful. I'm going to leave a link in the description below to this song called Body Love by an artist I really like called Mary Lambert. You may know her from the Macklemore song Same Love. She sings the chorus on that. And she made a really, really beautiful piece called Body Love, about loving your body. And so I hope that if you watch that, you'll feel some strength in your body, regardless of whatever it is that people tell you you shouldn't feel strong about. And you got this. And so I'm going to leave you all with this little word of advice. Never leave the house without your most valuable accessory, your pride. I love you. I look forward to talking to you again on Robbie Ray and Friends. Robbie, ouch.